Hello, Queens. Welcome to this week's edition of Jungle Juice. I'm out at Gasho House. It's really good to be here. We're just about to start a 4-day workshop, and it feels like the perfect place to be to finish up our inquiry around attachment and deep human connection, which has been the topic for the last 4 weeks. We've traversed some really, really important territory around what it means to be intimately connected, because it's a survival issue if we are not, right? And one of the ways that we have been looking at how available we are for that, or what parts of our experience or our past or our current way of being in the world maybe have needed some, fine-tuning or inquiry. So, right, we've looked at feeling safe, feeling seen, getting gotten, having worthy adversaries in our life, having good mirroring, attunement, some of these really essential pieces that if they didn't happen enough as little ones, we seek those kinds of relationships out to help us establish that so we can feel securely attached. And that's the good news. We can earn secure attachment. But make no mistake, this is no small thing. Until we have achieved or found the capacity to find a way to securely attach to other human beings, to really feel deeply connected, we don't thrive, because we're relational creatures, right? So this is an ongoing need for all of us. I'm wanting to just honor that you've been willing these past several weeks to listen in and notice where you've grown in this area, where your edges are, where you might be considering, wow, I'm really needing to look at this more, etc. So this is an ongoing conversation, which leads us to this week, which I want to talk a little bit about conscious relationship. What does that look like when we have a sense of how to attach securely enough? We know what our maybe our loops, some of our blind spots are, where our edges are. How do we enter into conscious relationships? How do we know what one looks like? What are some of the qualities? And I was talking to a couple different queens, those of us on a path, and the consensus was pretty overwhelming in terms of what some of those qualities are. And I think there was a real agreement around one of the things that seems essential in a conscious relationship is the ability to feel that you can be who you actually are, right? Without feeling the need to climb over yourself or hide behind some way of being, right? As I said in one of the other videos, the self behind the self. You can fully come forward and feel aligned, not only with the truth of who you are, but with another human being, right? And that's mutual, right? That you also witness this other person and the authenticity of who they are, and that's important to you. So this is a meaningful place of resonance, a place of meeting. The other thing is having the courage to not only be who you are, but name what is important to you and what you want, what you stand for, the things that are not negotiable, and to know that you are with someone or people where that matters to them, that what matters to you matters to them. It doesn't have to be an agreement per se across the board, but a respect. No matter what your differences are, there's just this mutual way that we say yes to each other's shadows, stories, what we stand for and what's important. And the other piece about conscious relationship is that it's organic. It doesn't necessarily stay fixed. And that's scary, isn't it? Because we do get attached ironically, to things that make us feel comfortable. And growth is inevitable on the path, and it's sort of like renegotiating as we go, and grow with people. And doing so is really critical to conscious relationships. So those are some of the things that occur to me and some folks I was talking to. But the question for you is, what does it mean to be in a conscious relationship for you? Trust, respect, to be an enlightened witness. What are the things that you notice? It's important for you to know, lest we continue to fall into the same loops or the patterns that are familiar. Like that. So that's what I'm going to leave you with, and invite you deeply into the territory of those deep human connections that make you even more of who you are. So until next time, I wish you every blessing. And we're going to add a link here for a couple articles and a reminder to stay tuned for the next Sacred Circle and our upcoming workshop in August, where we're going to dive more deeply into this territory. So until then, wish you every blessing. Namaste.